It was an overcast morning in downtown Los Angeles. The city hummed with its usual chaos, cars honking, street vendors shouting, and the distant echo of a street performer's guitar. Among the crowd, Keanu Reeves strolled quietly, dressed in his signature black jacket and jeans. He blended in as he always preferred. His destination wasn't a movie set or a high-profile event, but a small independent bookstore he liked to visit whenever he had some downtime. As he turned the corner, he noticed a commotion by a coffee shop. A woman, visibly upset, was arguing with a man in a suit. She looked to be in her late 20s, wearing a wrinkled blazer and clutching a worn-out folder filled with papers. Something about her posture, defensive yet vulnerable, caught Keanu's attention. He hesitated for a moment, debating whether to intervene, but his instinct to help won out. "Excuse me," he said, his voice calm but firm. The man in the suit turned, startled. "Is there a problem here?" The woman glanced at Keanu, her eyes filled with a mix of relief and confusion. The man in the suit huffed. "This is none of your business." Keanu's expression didn't change. "It is now." The man muttered something under his breath and walked away, leaving the woman standing there, visibly shaken. Keanu turned to her. "Are you okay?" She nodded, though it was clear she wasn't. "Yeah, thanks. He was just trying to intimidate me into signing something I don't agree with." Keanu gestured to the coffee shop. "Why don't we sit down for a minute?" Over a cup of coffee, the woman introduced herself as Emily Carter, a struggling playwright trying to make a name for herself in the competitive world of theater. She explained that the man was a producer who wanted to buy her latest script for a fraction of its worth. "I know I don't have much leverage," she admitted, "but this story means everything to me. It's based on my mom's life, and I promised her I'd tell it the right way." Keanu listened intently, nodding occasionally but letting her speak. When she finished, he leaned back in his chair. "Emily, it sounds like you have something really special. Don't let anyone take that away from you." She smiled faintly. Easier said than done. Keanu reached into his pocket and pulled out a pen and a scrap of paper. "Here's my email. Send me your script. I'd like to read it." Emily's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" "Completely," he said with a small smile. "If it's as good as I think it is, maybe I can help." Over the next few weeks, Emily sent Keanu her script, and true to his word, he read it. Not just skimmed. It was clear from his detailed notes and thoughtful suggestions that he had taken the time to understand her vision. One day, Emily received an unexpected call. "Emily, it's Keanu. I've been thinking about your script. It's beautiful and it needs to be seen. How would you feel about me producing it?" Emily was speechless. Are you serious?" "Dead serious," Keanu replied. "But this is your story. You'll have full creative control." The next several months were a whirlwind. Keanu introduced Emily to industry contacts, helped secure funding, and even brought in a director who shared her vision. He attended every script meeting, always deferring to Emily's decisions. "This is your baby," he'd remind her. "I'm just here to support you." During this time, Emily's confidence grew. She learned to navigate the complexities of the industry and found her voice as a storyteller. Keanu's unwavering belief in her talent was a constant source of strength. One afternoon, during a break from rehearsals, Emily and Keanu sat on the theater steps, watching the sunset. "Why are you doing all this for me?" she asked. Keanu shrugged. "When I was starting out, people believed in me when they didn't have to. I'm just paying it forward." Emily nodded, her eyes misty. "I don't think I can ever thank you enough." "You don't have to," Keanu said simply. "Just promise me one thing. When you're in a position to help someone else, do it." The play, titled Rising Light, premiered to a sold-out audience. The story, a heartfelt tribute to Emily's mother, moved many to tears. Critics praised its authenticity and emotional depth. Emily, standing backstage, watched as the audience gave a standing ovation. Beside her, Keanu smiled. "You did it," he said. "No," Emily replied, her voice thick with emotion. "We did it." Years passed, and Emily became a renowned playwright, her work celebrated worldwide. During an interview, she was asked about the turning point in her career. "It was a random Tuesday," she said, smiling. "I was at my lowest, and a stranger stepped in. That stranger happened to be Keanu Reeves. He didn't just help me professionally. He reminded me to believe in myself." The interviewer leaned forward. "What do you think he saw in you?" Emily thought for a moment. "I think he saw someone who just needed a chance." And that's the story of how one act of kindness changed the trajectory of two lives. Sometimes the smallest gestures can ignite the brightest futures. Thank you for watching. And remember, kindness matters.